What's good? It's your boy Shamar Moore, aka Hondo, and the rest of my SWAT family. We're back. CBS Fall, Season 8, baby!
Will CBS finally telecast SWAT after sudden stop in Season 7? They changed their minds and decided to make Season 8. And this time, there are some exciting things to look forward for. On February 3rd, 2017, CBS decided to make a TV show based on a 2003 movie SWAT. The pilot episode was written by Aaron Rosan Thomas and Sean Ryan, and Justin Lin directed it. CBS liked the plot and ordered a full series on May 12, 2017. The show was run by creators Aaron Rosan Thomas and Sean Ryan. The series started on November 2nd, 2017, and after just a couple of weeks, CBS decided to make a full season with 20 episodes. Later, they added 2 more episodes, making it 22 for the first season. After that, CBS renewed the series for a second season, which began on September 27, 2018.
When the sky is falling,
Get those kids out.
stop us now.
But in March 2020, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, Sony Pictures Television stopped making the third season. However, in May 2020, CBS said they would make a fourth season, planning to start it in the middle of the TV season. But later, they changed their minds and aired it earlier on November 11, 2020. Then in April 2021, CBS decided to make a fifth season, which started on October 1st, 2021. They also renewed it for a sixth season, which began on October 7, 2022. In May 2023, CBS canceled the series after 6 seasons, but then a few days later, they changed their minds and said they would make a 7th and final season. This last season began on February 16, 2024.
After 6 seasons, SWAT will return for one last mission.
We have been down a long road together. Just know how much I appreciate all of you.
Then in April 2024, CBS decided to make an 8th season, reversing their decision to end it with Season 7. Starting in 2017, the show has Shamar Moore playing Sergeant Hondo, a tough SWAT team leader. He faces a tough choice, protecting his community or staying loyal to the LAPD. The show is inspired by an old series from the 1970s, and it stands out because each season gets even more action-packed. The road for this long-running show has been bumpy. After Season 6 in 2022, CBS said goodbye to SWAT, but Shamar Moore, the main star, didn't give up. He asked CBS to keep going, and they agreed for Season 7, which was supposed to be the last. Even as Season 7 started, it looked like the end, but CBS changed its mind again. Now, after a short break, they're giving us a surprise Season 8. CBS decided to keep SWAT going for another season, even though they said Season 7 would be the last. They changed their minds quickly this time. Because lots of people love watching the show, CBS decided to bring it back again. CBS Entertainment President Amy Reisenbach said, "People really like the show. Season 8 will be on in 2024 to 2025, but we don't know what happens after that yet. We don't know how the ending of Season 7 will change things for Season 8's cast. Some changes have already happened." Most of the main actors will be back, but Kenny Johnson, who played Dominique Luca, won't be in Season 8. His character retired in an emotional scene. Big changes might still happen before the season ends, but we can't guess what they'll be until Season 7 is done. One thing we're pretty sure about is Shamar Moore will be back as Sergeant Daniel Hondo Harrelson Jr. He's been a huge fan of the show since it started in 2017.
SWAT, and this is my dream job because I've always believed what I'm capable of. I get to be a lead, which I'm proud of, but I'm also smart enough and humble enough to know that I can't do it by myself and it's not all about me. So what I'm really proud of with SWAT is I get to be a leader.
Even though there might be a big surprise at the end of Season 7, SWAT is like many other shows where each episode is its own story. Season 8 will likely keep up with this weekly case style, although there are still some storylines left to dive into. Since Luca left, they might bring in a new team member. Powell will probably be dealing with the scary incident from the start of Season 7, but we won't know for sure what's next until Season 8 begins. Do you feel like SWAT is getting closer to bringing Deacon back to 20 squad with each episode? We're even counting the ones before he officially retired. Deacon helps out the team in the second to last episode of the season, which Harrington also directed. It's obvious he's having a hard time not being with his team. He confesses that he still wakes up at night thinking he missed a call. He started turning off his phone at night, admitting to his wife Annie, "I think I might have gone back too soon." In the episode, Hondo, played by Shamar Moore, gets criticized by the public for shooting a black suspect, even though the suspect had a weapon at the scene. At the end of the episode, as Hondo steps outside his house and tries to call Deacon but only gets his voicemail, he sees that someone has written mean things like "get out pig" and "sell out" on the sidewalk. Here, Harrington gives a sneak peek into the Season 7 finale, talks about what might happen to Deacon, and shares his excitement about Season 8. He's glad for a break but can't wait to get back to work soon.
I am directing SWAT. I've brought in some of my friends to play along. We opened the show with Hondo's day off. His old Marine squad leader is in town and is enlisting his help to find his daughter who's gone missing.
When was the last time either one of us had a real day off or a vacation?
We think he always has it in the back of his mind. He did what he did because he thought it was best for her and the family. In episode 12 and then in the finale episode 13, you start to see that he's unsure, like anyone would be when they retire. But you also start to see in her that maybe we need to step back and really understand who this guy is, and then figure out what we can do. Without spoiling the finale, it's an emergency situation in LA where the team is in trouble. Deacon has made the firm a decision for himself and his family. When he says nothing's changed, he means it. The way the writers handled these 13 episodes were interesting. They didn't want to wrap everything up perfectly just because there's a chance we could come back. Sometimes in shows, everything ties up neatly, but SWAT officers have ongoing jobs. The show must go on, and they did it smartly, we believe. Andy Dedman, the executive producer, actually has some insight. They've given a solid playbook over the years, especially this year with the retirement angle. It's relatable to real life, like when a show ends and it feels like you're retiring. The main characters had a lot to work with, balancing duty to the job and the team with duty at home. It created a good conflict to work with, but they are lucky. They always write great stuff for them every year. Moore had played the main character Hondo for all 7 seasons of the show and also works as a producer. SWAT is a drama about Hondo, who's a SWAT sergeant in Los Angeles. He faces challenges balancing his job and his old neighborhood. You can catch new episodes on Fridays at 8 p.m. After airing for 6 seasons, CBS initially canceled the show in 2023, but then they changed their minds and renewed it for a 7th season, which started earlier this year. Thanks to Moore and the dedicated fans, CBS decided to keep the show going and recently announced they're making an 8th season. When the 7th season of the show ends on May 17, just know that they treated the finale like it could be the end of the series. Kenny Johnson and Alex Russell, who played Officer Dominique Luca and Officer Jim Strait, said goodbye to the series after being on for 7 seasons this year. Moore talked about whether they might come back now SWAT has been renewed. It's tough saying bye to such great folks like Alex Russell, Kenny Johnson, and a couple of seasons ago, Lena Esco, he mentioned. Change isn't easy, now we have some original cast members. In the first season, critics had different opinions on Rotten Tomatoes. About 48% of critics liked it, with an average rating of 4.6 out of 10, based on 27 reviews. The site summary says, even though Shemar Moore gives a strong performance, SWAT is a bit too basic and full of cliches. Metacritic, which also looks at reviews, gave it a score of 45 out of 100 based on 12 reviews. This suggests the reviews were mixed or average. It seems like Hondo might be in serious danger, or the upcoming episode of SWAT, the promo shows him in a risky situation, saying there's a bomb about to go off. Another clip shows him trying to escape as a truck explodes. The synopsis for the season 7 finale hints at a dangerous situation for the SWAT team, facing extremists who want to blow up part of Los Angeles, which could cause a lot of harm to many people. We'll have to watch the episode to find out what happens to Hondo. Who is your favorite character from the series? Do let us know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Until next time, see you all.